On the subject of Richard, once you're sent out of the room to go find the serum, you can actually immediately go back in.
Be careful.
However, you can't just skip ahead. If you try and go through the door that leads toward where Yawn is, I've got to go get the serum. So like I said in the LP, you have 7 minutes to pull this off. So the question arises, what happens if you don't make it in time? And so we'll just sit here for a while. And so, time passes. And McElroy receives, it's unbelievable, the crowd is going wild! Alright, so we've been sitting out here for a good 10 minutes or so. Let's check and see if the Richard is done. Richard is dead. You can still get the ammo clip off of him. However, you do not get the radio. There is something else we can go ahead and cover in this area, though. Go ahead and get rid of you. Are you done yet? Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and go in here and deal with Yawn. However, I am going to purposefully let myself get poisoned on the way out. Kinda want to save it for the end, just so I don't take too much damage here while I'm getting all the goodies. Alright, so we got the moon crest. Gonna go ahead and pick up the shotgun shells just because. And there we go. So I should be poisoned now. Indeed so.
Am I poisoned? Give me the serum.
So here's the thing. If you've gotten those extra scenes with Barry, he will not come to rescue you here. So if you get poisoned on this route, Jill has to go and get the serum herself. Now, of course, if you already got the serum but just didn't make it back to Richard in time, you should just have it right there in your inventory and you can go ahead and use it. Otherwise, you're going to have to make the trip yourself, if either you did make it back in time and did save Richard but have still gone down this story path, or if you just never went to get it in the first place. Now, of course, the thing about poison is it cannot outright kill you. It just reduces you to the minimal state of health is all. So, one of those times where it's a good thing that this route has been completely cleared out. It would make the zombies around here a good deal more dangerous. Theoretically, I suppose a blue herb would save you, except of course you don't yet have access to those. but we can come in here and get the serum. And if we go ahead and use it, it only cures the poison this time, unlike if Barry saves you where it acts as a full heal. So, that's interesting to note. And so as long as we're here at the guardhouse, if you don't cover up that hole in the floor, and you try and walk by, Angry Vine. It does very minimal damage, and unlike the ones back in the mansion, I don't think this one can outright kill you. So it's more an inconvenience than anything else. But we are pretty close to the next major scene we need to cover. Before we do this though, it is important that we go and get the 002 key. You only have one shot at this. Alright, so we have the key. So let's just get out of here. And go approach the door. Voices are heard from the other side of the door.
It can't be true. I've been told a different story. But it's not necessary for you to destroy stars. What about my family? So everything depends on me, huh?
So yeah, that was kind of muffled. I don't know how well that's going to pick up on the mic. But anyway, at this point, if you leave this hallway for whatever reason, even just to get the key to get in here, you will miss the next part of the scene. So let's just go immediately into the room.
Hi, Jill.
Hi, Barry. I heard someone talking.
So you heard it too. I think I'm getting old. It seems that talking to myself is becoming a habit.
Talking to yourself? Barry, something must have happened to you. Am I wrong? You sound strange.
Well, it seems I made you worry, but don't. Maybe I have been a nervous wreck since all of these strange things started happening. Well, I think I'll go out and get some fresh air for a change. I told you, don't worry. I'll just go and get some fresh air and be eaten by a monster.
Alright, so if you miss this part of the scene, things pretty much follow the same path as they did in the LP, where if you don't make the V-Jolt and go in to fight Plant 42, Barry will save you during the second fight. But if you saw this scene, things play out a little bit differently. So one thing I suppose we never really did was show what the Neptunes are capable of. Also, if you try and go around this way to get to the control room, the Neptunes will cut you off. You also don't get the cutscene for them. But yeah, they'll bite your legs and they'll do a lot of damage quickly. Let's see, they've bitten me once, and I'm already at Orange Caution. Yeah, that was from full health. You can kind of push them back with weaponry, but I don't think you can outright kill them. I mean, all those explosive rounds, and they're doing fine. And yeah, that happened. Lesson learned. Don't poke the sharks. Alright, so we're ready to go fight Plant 42. We saw the scene of Barry talking to himself supposedly and then leaving to get fresh air, and we did not make the V-jolt. So, let's see how this plays out. Gonna go ahead and reload. So, even 3 explosive rounds is enough to take out Plant 42. But it's back. After that, 1 flame round is enough, though. Okay, good to know. Also nice to know that you cannot get the helmet key until Plant 42 is well and truly destroyed. So yeah, Barry does not come to your aid here. If you've made the V-jolt, then it's the usual thing of you only have to fight Plant 42 once. But there is one more change.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
I met Barry too a while ago. I think there's something wrong with him.
Yes, I agree with you. Sure was strange, wasn't he? He looks so tired.
Well, maybe it's quite natural under these circumstances. Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
So yeah, you get a little extra bit to that conversation there, talking about Barry. Also, one thing I'm kind of curious about. Now that we killed Plant 42... Yeah, okay. The vine doesn't attack anymore. Good to know. I actually wasn't sure on that. So the final different scene we have to show here in the mansion happens after you've defeated Yawn, and only if you didn't get the radio from Richard.
Jill, have you found anything interesting?
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait. Yeah, Richard gave this to me. The radio is a keepsake from him.
Richard?
So, one way or the other, you end up with the radio no matter what.
This is more useful to you than me. Ready to go?
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry?
With that, though, from here on out, everything plays out exactly the same. And with that, we've seen all the different cutscenes in Jill's game. So, with that, it's time to start talking about secrets and unlockables. Alright, so I played through the game again off camera to get a time under 3 hours, and I managed 2 hours, 6 minutes, 7 seconds. Yeah, a lot of it was just not backtracking for all the herbs I stuffed in the item chest. I probably could have done it even faster, except I slowed down a bit at the guardhouse. There were two key things here. One, I didn't realize the quick and dirty solution code for the door light puzzle is not constant. I figured the game room was a place I'd never have to go into because it would always be 345. Surprise, it wasn't. And so I wasted a lot of time on that door code. And when I say wasted time, that's very, very true. It turns out I was wrong. You cannot mix the V-Jolt until you've seen the V-Jolt report. Jill will not react to the chemicals whatsoever. And as such, you cannot possibly make the V-Jolt before going down into the basement the first time. But that's the key thing right there, though. That rocket launch, that means we got something very special. We already saw the special key, though. But it's time to figure out just what we got. So, let's make a quick save file here. And we'll see just what we unlocked.
You will give me an egg!
So once you start up your New Game Plus save file, any unlockables you got, they'll be in your inventory. One such thing I was wrong about. The special key is in fact its own item, so we do have that. But there's also something else that we have. Mr. Zombie Friend, you picked the wrong day. It's big, it's bad, it's overkill, it's the one, the only infinite rocket launcher. Satisfying. Also, as is the case with the first game, there's no friendly fire, so you don't have to worry about using this in close range. But also, as you can see, we do have the special key. There must be a closet somewhere. Well, that's a great deduction to make. Rockets! Also, just because I think it's hilarious.
Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this.
We blew that zombie to pieces. How the heck is it back? Now, getting to use the special key, or the closet key as it gets renamed after examining it, that has to wait until after you've gotten the armor key, because you need to get through here. It doesn't really take too long. Even less if you got the infinite rocket launcher. Oh, this thing is fun. It does, however, have one weakness. You can't aim it. So prone zombies, they don't care about your rocket launcher at all. Unfortunate, that. But at least the handgun gets some love that way. So once you have the closet key, you can open this door. At which point the closet key becomes useless. And your reward is clothes. There's one outfit that fits you perfectly. Will you change your outfit? Just a moment, please. And so, Jill gets a new costume. Of course, Chris can do this as well, and also that room is a bit different on advanced mode, but we'll get to that during Chris's game. It is also worth noting that both Jill and Chris get a completely new costume by default on advanced mode. So, let's take a better look at all the costumes. So just for a point of reference, here's Jill's normal costume. Overall blue motif, fingerless black gloves, beret, protective shoulder guards, star's emblem on the sleeve, that sort of thing. Nice outfit. Jill's special costume from the closet is a bit more casual. No stars references here. She has a black top with a bared midriff, casual jeans and a belt, a necklace. Also notable, shorter hair. It might be pinned up or something, but it's not the longer hair we saw her with in the end scene once she took her beret off. So that's kind of interesting to note. And finally there's Jill's advanced mode costume. This time she has a sleeveless shirt, though it's back to business as it has the STARS logo on the back. She has a lot of straps and utility belts on the jeans this time. Also, once again, shorter hair, possibly pinned in back. However, it looks like her normal hairstyle just without the beret. It's not the completely different hairstyle she had with the closet costume. But with that, that's pretty much it. And so with that, we've reached the end of Jill's playthrough. We've showed all the endings, all the various extra scenes, all the unlockables, so we're good. Next time on Resident Evil, we'll be starting Chris's game on advanced mode. So with that, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.